Hi there, and welcome to another episode here on Bustthenet. Yes, these are the Ajax Diaries. We begin season 3 with a match against Excelsior. On the Cop Diaries, Liverpool are flying. I think they've scored 18 goals in the first 3 games using a tactic I like to call the Red Pharaoh, and I probably will release a tactic soon. I'm gonna use it consistent. I like to play with a tactic for a while, like a few seasons before I like to put it up if I think it's a good tactic. And I think the Red Pharaoh, that tactic, and this name I'm calling it, is not bad. It's okay, I guess. I mean, yeah, it does well with Liverpool because it was designed specifically for Liverpool. But now the idea here is like, I want to develop my youth players in Ajax, and that system that I'm using with Liverpool could be used here to help the squad. Because if I'm looking at my squad, we've got quite a few young players that are coming through the ranks. This the Camp. Now he is young. I want to develop him as an attacking wing back. He's got bags of potential. Preseason is done pretty well, so he's gonna be a wing back that I would like to use. Then we got this Abdul Kadir Tabat, who's a central midfielder. He's 17 years old, not bad again. Potentially he's one of those 5 stars that we can, he's got a lot of potential, so it'd be a pity if I don't start using him. Then we got Liam Van Gelderang. He's 18 years old, also another player with a lot of potential. Can he be a wingback? I don't know. His roles are defensive center and defensive midfielder, but in terms of positioning, not that I wouldn't want to use him until his positioning gets better. So here with him, we'll give him additional focus on positioning because that's a weak area of his game. This is the Camps. Now, if I'm looking at all his attributes, honestly, he's really doing well, and he's on a complete wing backs training. I would think that I want him to get forward a lot more, but we're gonna leave it and let him develop naturally. Matis Dalit has been playing well as ball playing defender. We've had him on passing training, but as you can see, his passing has really gone through the roof. It's now 15 for a central defender, and I think that we can hold that back. What I want him to start working on now as part of his game all-round development is we're just going to work on quickness. I'm going to try and improve his overall speed. Quickness will work on stuff like acceleration. Justin Kluivert, now there was a huge tussle for him in preseason. I think PSG were after him, and they went as high as £73 million, and I still refuse to sell him. I was only willing to let him go for £90 million. They didn't come back with another offer, and I let it go. Will I regret it? I don't think so, because I wanna develop these players, and he signed a contract with me straight away, so I was really happy that he wants to continue playing for Ajax. This is his dream club. Donny van de Beek, here positioning, we've been working on positioning over the last few seasons. Notice one thing: this additional focus has not changed. So this is a weak area of his game, so we get his positioning to go up. Once it's 14, 15, I'll be happy. All around he's developing really nicely. Hakim Ziyech, Mazzala, we were last season, a few seasons ago, I saw his strength was really, crap. So now I've got he's improved his strength. But what we want to do now is work on balance so he doesn't lose the ball so much. He'll stay on balance for a while. Andre Onana. Now, what about his development? Now, the one area of his game that was very weak when I first started with him was his kicking. Now his kicking has gone to 15. Really impressed with how he's developed. And from now onwards, I'm going to be focusing on in and around the box. So reflexes will be an area that he's going to be working on. David Neres hardly played any games last season. He was always injured half the time. We got this new player, Martinez Quarta. Now, I like him, but I signed him straight away. But there's one attribute I wasn't really staring at, because all the other attributes look so good to me. He's only 23 years old. There's one attribute that just I ignored natural fitness. It's only 9. It's a bit of a concern for me. So I'm gonna be very careful with how I work on him. So I'm gonna start working on his stamina for the better part of the season. Let's try and get his stamina up, and hopefully there's a knock-on effect in natural fitness. I don't think it's going to improve, but hopefully he doesn't get injured so often. Abdallah Aberkane is a great player. Youngster. Positioning has to improve. Overall, as a defender, we want him. I just want him to focus on the simple job of being a central defender. There's no need for him to be focused on ball playing as a ball playing defender, but we're gonna look at positioning as a central defender. Kai Sierhaus has been a fantastic revelation. He's playing really well. I've been working on him as a DLF on support. Now, right now in the Red Pharaoh system, he probably will be the out and out striker, and so we'll work on his quickness. Karel, I think, is a central defender. So this is what I do with my players. I go through all my players. I look for areas where they're weak, and I focus my training on those areas and how they will fit into the overall scheme of things. So far, we've been okay, and the team preseason was so, like a lot of 1-0, 1-0 results. Like even the Super Cup, we won 1-0. But I was in all these matches. I wasn't using the system that I call the Red Pharaoh. We were using something like this, a bit more conservative. But I guess I want to come out, banging the drum really loud, because we want to take the game to some of the opposite. I want to see how we do. So here we have Martinez Quarta. He's going to be playing as a central midfielder on defense. We got Hakim Ziyech playing as the Mazzala. His flair is 14, so he should be okay. Balance is 13, might be fine here. Van der Beek will be playing as a deep line playmaker on the right flank. Okay, tackling is only 11, a bit of a concern for me. A ball playing defender will be Veltman. Actually, it should be the other way around, but yeah, well, we on the left, and then we got De Camps, the youngster. He's a wing back on the right flank, and then we got Michel Dykes. He's the other wing back on the left flank. Both of them are going to be on attack duty. In terms of instructions, close down much. It was mirrored onto the other side as well. Then we've got the Mazzala closing down more. Basically nothing. There's nothing to. I mean, people have asked me to upload this tactic, but I've showed enough of this tactic over time that there's instructions are very straightforward. Pass into space, play our defense, work ball, whip crosses, push out, use offside trap, prevention, goalkeeper decision, play much narrow. Can we use this tactic against Excelsior? Now, Excelsior is a good team to try it against. Well, we are favourites to win the title, so I think Excelsior will be a good test for us, and I should set these up so I don't have to do this in every single game. I will have to remember to do this. Yes, we are favourites for a reason. Let's go out there and have some fun. So let's see how the boys do with this system. Sierhaus, Ziyech, Dolberg to De Ligt. I think I'm going a bit fast at the moment. De Ligt to Ziyech to Dykes to Kluivert, Van der Beek to Dolberg. Dolberg holds the ball up, and he's brought down. Okay, he has won us a free kick. Dolberg into the box. Oh, they just managed to clear the danger. Ajax 0, Excelsior 0. Liverpool's first game of the season was an 8-0 win. I mean, unbelievable. And then we followed that up with 2 5-0s. Kluivert dribbling all the way. What a run from Kluivert. Holy guacamole. Kluivert with the corner now. Plays it out wide to Van der Beek. Van der Beek, well, he's trying to line up a shot. Sierhaus takes one. Van der Beek brings the ball up, but he's going to pass this. He's not going to try and cross this. Yes, he's giving it to Michel Dykes. Dykes to Kluivert to Sierhaus. Van der Beek. Van der Beek back to the camps. Sierhaus. Oh, they took the ball off him inside the box. This is where we'll know whether this tactic is okay. Because with Liverpool, the two wing backs are incredibly fast. And it's 17 on one side, I think 18 on the other side now. So I'm very confident with how Liverpool play that system, because we've got a really fast, we got two very fast wing backs, and we've got pretty decent a decent thrust in midfield as a screen. Shearhouse, he's playing in Mohamed Salah's position. So Shearhouse is he needs a lot of acceleration. Matej to Schmidt to Payne, Christensen. The boys playing with the high block. Veltman clears the danger of Van der Beek wasn't. This is where we will be found out. If Ajax cannot play this system, I will know then. De Ligt to Dykes to Van der Beek to Patrick Kluivert. Plays a beautiful ball for the Camps. It's a wing back. Oh, he wins the corner. Good. Something we want to see. The Camps was in a brilliant position. Van der Beek with the corner. De Ligt, hits it straight into the safe arms of Christensen. So far, Ajax been asking the right questions. We haven't been able to unlock Excelsior just yet. But if I do not beat Excelsior by more than 2 goals, I will be kind of pissed. But it also could mean that the system doesn't suit them. Or I need to use other players. So it's one or the other, So we'll have to try and figure out what's going on as we play the game. Kulwik to Elbers. Elbers to, Van der Beek does well. The Camps, no. Van der Beek wasn't Johnny on the spot. Elbers with the ball, cuts inside to Kulwik. Kulwik sounds like a toothpaste. Van Duinen to Broin. And Van Duinen has scored. Yes, Excelsior have taken the lead against Ajax. Ajax are behind. The European champions are a goal behind. They've decided to copy the system called the Red Pharaoh used by Liverpool. Unfortunately for them, they are goal down. Ziyech to Van der Beek to Veltman to De Ligt. De Ligt out wide goes to De Camps. De Camps breaks the line, crosses it into the box. De Camps again. Yeah, he does it. Dolberg and Kluivert. Kluivert gets the equalizer. They didn't take long to respond. Ajax have got the equalizer almost immediately. The Camps down the right flank, but they tried to clear the ball. It didn't get far. The Camps put it back inside the box. Dolberg laid up Kluivert, and Kluivert made no mistake. Okay, Van Duinen, Kulwik to Schmidt. To Payne, to Bruins. I think the Bruins. That's like a hockey team, I think. Dolberg out wide to Dykes. Dykes gets down the byline, but he can't give us a good cross. Okay, we got Dykes now. He plays it to Kluivert. Kluivert to Ziyech. Ziyech smashes that into the back line. Veltman wins the ball, but does not start an attack. Shearhouse out wide, crossing it again. Ziyech back to Dykes. Dykes beats one, crosses it. Dolberg goes to pick up the pieces, crosses it back into the box. When the big Kluivert, it's a second goal. The pressure a bit much for Excelsior, as Ajax were looking to make to get 2 goals. Dolberg putting it back into the box. When the big Kluivert was nowhere near scoring. Masoud to Elbers back to Matej to Burnett to Kulwik. The walking advertisement for toothpaste, or maybe air, this air freshness. Kulwik. I can't help it. I see names. I think funny thoughts. My wife hates that about me. She says she finds it very annoying whenever I go. There's a guy's name. There's a smile on my face, and my wife says, "What's happened to you?" Says no. Then I tell my wife what the joke is all about. Trust me, I've had some weird names. Oh, and the Bay makes it a smashing third goal. I've had some very weird names. Okay, in university, I think it was my first year. When we get to choose our course of study. So, and not everybody gets into the choice. Their choices, sometimes it's really hard because there's so much competition for spaces. Well, so I applied for this course, right? So they put your names on a list on the board, and then if you're successful, your name is there. So as I was looking for my name, I happened across another name, and I actually fell down laughing because it was so funny. The guy's name is Harry Cock. Yep. So I can just imagine what life must have been like for him. Harry Cock. So I mean he must really like the name, because if I was born with that name, I would have changed it. I mean, you are in university, you probably are, you should be 18 years old and above. So if he's going around with that name, so he must be proud of it. The Camps out wide. Oh, youngster, trying his best, but Veltman read the danger. Van der Beek to the Camps to Sheerhouse. Sheerhouse still, but look at the pressure we are putting on at Dolberg. Oh, he missed a great chance to make it 4. Excelsior are in a world of hurt. They can't get out of the box because we are playing with the high block. We are not letting them out of their half, and they keep losing the ball in their half, which is exactly how we want to play. A high block where we try to win the ball in their half. The lit Veltman, guys, to Sheerhouse. Sheerhouse is away. Sheerhouse is going down the flanks. Sheerhouse crosses. It's Dolberg. Oh, he misses. Another chance to score. Christensen to Schmidt. Schmidt to Payne. Under pressure they are. They managed to, Kulik manages to get the ball away. Kulik again. And it's, I foresee great things from the Camp. There is something to be said about the youngster. I see great things from him. That was something that, if he gets better, as he gets older, his acceleration, his positioning, his anticipation is going to go up, and that means he's going to read those kind of passes, and we're going to have a breakaway. Masoud to Bruins. Oh, there we go. Van Duinen again down the flank. The boys are back. Bruins. Oh, this is a great chance for them to get a goal. They would. We gotta be careful. Again, I can't stress this often enough. This is an extremely attacking tactic, and the only way it's gonna work is if your wingbacks have at least 15 for acceleration. If they don't, it's not gonna work. Because because my wingbacks are on attack duty, so they're always going to be high up the pitch doing things like this. Clivert 4-1. The Camps is, my goodness, the Camps is on fire. The youngster is only 17 or 18 years old, and he's there. He's reveling in the day. Look at that. Look at the boy wonder. The Camps ripped them open. Ajax 4, Excelsior 1. This is a bad day for Excelsior. They were trying to get some of my players on loan. I actually have one of my players here on loan. Let's see. I think one of them is on loan. Is he on loan? Do we have somebody on loan here? Oh, we don't. I must have said no to them. Because this is one of the clubs that approach us for some players, like some of our youngsters. They wanted Michel Dykes. I went like, words? No, you're not taking my left back. Alright, Van der Beek to Clivert. Oh no, this is not looking good for them. Clivert smashed that and goes out. Ajax 4, Excelsior 1. The game started a bit slow, but Ajax are slowly greasing the wheels of pain. The Camps to Sheerhouse. The Camps again. Look at that boy go. Ziyech. I'm going to substitute you. Keep this kind of shit up. Christensen. Plays it to Matai. Over the top it goes. Dread once again. Oh, now this is where I get scared. Because the moment they come down my flanks, I'm in trouble. So we have to literally be in their half for like the better part of the whole game. Shearhouse smashing that, couldn't score. Christensen to Matic. Look at the pressure our boys are putting on their back. Like Kuwik finally gets the ball out. It says, don't bring it back here again. Veltman to Dalit. Dalit to Ziyech. Ziyech to Kluivert. Kluivert's robbed. Go over the top. Van Duinen. Duinen shoots and it's close. These are all signs that we might have a problem with other teams that are pacier. Kluivert. Oh, Ziyech can't get to that ball. Van Duinen to Ebers. Ebers out to Bruins. Bruins comes down the flanks, crosses it, the lead reaches at Ziyech. Back to Onana. Onana. Kick wasn't good enough. Masaoud to Veltman to Ziyech. Ziyech looks up. She's Shearhouse on the gallop. The boy goes wide, flanking. And it's Kluivert. Kluivert. I think one of our Dolberg isn't as fast as Shearhouse. De Camps to Van der Beek. Van der Beek to De Camps again. To Ziyech. Ziyech strikes it from there. Come on. We cannot. I do not want to see my players doing this. De Camps to Shearhouse. Robbed by Burnett. To Masaoud. To Kulwik. The walking advertisement. Albers. Is Burnett with the ball. They try again. They're forced to clear the ball. Pressure on the back line is not helping their cause. Dalit to Dykes to Kluivert to Ziyech. Ziyech holds the ball up, finds Kluivert. Kluivert tries to dribble his way through. Dalit reads the danger. Ziyech again to Michel Dykes. Dykes cross Kluivert to Van der Beek. He's gonna try and bend that into the top right corner. Okay, what can we do? Justin Kluivert 2 goals already. Start the second half. Masaoud to Bruins to Payne to Falk to Kulwik. Read by De Camps. Van der Beek to Kluivert. Kluivert brings the ball up, dribbles, finds Dolberg. Out he goes to Dykes. Dykes with a chance to cross this ball. Dolberg missing again. So we got one assist from Kasper Dolberg, one assist from Michel Dykes. Kluivert. But one of the players who's having a very good game is De Camp. Dolberg firing that, but still not finding the back of the net. Kluivert drives into the box, and this will be Dykes. So we got one from De Camps, one from Michel Dykes, one assist from Kasper Dolberg. Overall, players are doing well. Justin Kluivert with 2 goals. Dykes to Kluivert to Ziyech. Ziyech crossing it to Dolberg. Dolberg looks for Shearhouse. Veltman again. Masaoud to Albers. Albers to Van Duinen. Oh my goodness. There is no way we're gonna be found out. Onana. Van der Beek reads that. Kluivert back to Ziyech. Ziyech to Van der Beek. Oh, what a ball for De Camps. De Camps out wide, crossing into the box. Van der Beek shoots from there. Okay. 61 minutes. Okay, we have to remember the plan. The plan is to give our youngsters a chance to play. If we don't, then we're not developing them. So players are going to come on right now. Van Gelderen will come on for De Camps. De Camps has had a very good start to the season. 7.7. Fantastic. Will do wonders for his long-term development. The other player that we want to give a run out to is Abdelkader Tabet. Now in fact, it's going to be Siem de Jong for Hakim Ziyech. So these two are going to come on. Lorenzo Christique. I mean, if I can keep Christique on the bench, it just tells you the depth of our squad at the moment. So the Camps has been taken off. We can bring Van Gelderen on. Another youngster. There's 2 under 7. We have 2. One is 17 years old. The other one is 18 years old. Or was it 19? Close to that. Kluivert inside the box. Dolberg cannot find the back of the net. We want Dolberg to score. We want Shearhouse to score. Neither one of them has scored yet. Van Gelderen with the throw. Finds Van der Beek. Van der Beek to Dolberg. Kluivert on the cusp of a hat-trick. Weltman, header. Ooh. All right, we're gonna, with about just a few minutes left, we're gonna take off Shearhouse and bring on David Neres. Because I need to find the right players for some of my positions. Dolberg is almost a certainty. He doesn't have the acceleration to be the advanced forward just yet. He could still play in that role. We just need to kind of fit the players around the system. Goal kick from Christensen. This has got to be... No, there's not much time left. De Ligt loses out to Van Duinen. I know it's Van Duinen. I'm just hoping I got it right. David Neres into the box. Can't be cleared. Van der Beek to De Jong. De Jong to Kluivert. Kluivert smashes that. So many bodies back in the box. But there we go again. Out wide. Kluivert now has a chance to drop in across. He does. But it crosses the line for a goal kick. Goalkeeper is wondering what he has to do to have a clean sheet against Ajax. Schmidt. He's trying to play it short, but they can't. We keep winning the ball in their half. When Duinen took the walking advertisement, this guy, Bruins, the Bruins, they're a hockey team, if I'm not mistaken, ice hockey team. David Neres to Dolberg, to Van der Beek, to Siam de Jong, back to De Ligt. We are having fun. It's 4-1. It's an easy win. And, good start to the season. The boys have come out on fire and they have beaten Excelsior 4-1. Pretty happy with our start to the season. Our next game is going to be the Super Cup against Galatasaray. And we don't know the outcome of the Champions group stages yet because the draw hasn't been... I don't know. I don't see the draw hasn't been made yet. So we won't know. But overall, I think it's not a bad start to the season for us. We're top of the table with that 4-1 win. Justin Kluivert with 2 goals. PSV's Boiters has got 2 goals too. But I'm very happy with how we've kicked off the season. And I'm hoping for great things to come. Now let's see where Excelsior was expected to go. 15th, so one of the relegation dog fights. So our big matches this season: final PSV, AZ Alkmaar, Vitesse Arnhem, Utrecht. Maybe I got a soft spot for Groningen. I don't know whether I've told you guys the story, but one of Singapore's greatest players used to turn up for Groningen. Yeah, back in the day, a long time ago, and he actually played in the European. I think he played in Euro. He played for some. Play against some great players during the days of Marco van Basten. So this is a long time ago. That's our only call to fame, actually. Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Ajax Diaries. We're off to a good start. 4-1 win. So give me a few more matches and I'll probably release the tactics. I mean, if you can't wait, the Red Pharaoh. It's got pretty much a very simple setup. I'll just run through all the settings again, and it's not that hard to pull off. The only thing about the Red Pharaoh, which is the tactic that I'm using, is, it's a demanding system for these 2 wingbacks, because you're basically attacking with these 2 wingbacks, and your flank has to be occupied by players who can tackle. And with this team, I don't really have players who can tackle. Ziyech is playing as the Mazzala, who's supposed to be closing down and tackling harder, but he can't tackle. I mean, ideally, this should be Van der Beek. That was the plan. And then Lorenzo Christique will play on this side. So this is the setup that I'm looking at. And then probably Kluivert will push forward with Hakim Ziyech playing here. And then we've got Justin Kluivert. This is probably the setup that I'm going to use against Galatasaray in the Super Cup. Hope it works. Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Ajax Diaries. If you have any questions, please look me up on Twitter at Bustthenet or addictedtofm.com, my website. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for all your questions, and thanks once again for your support of the channel. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. In the meantime, I want to thank all my patrons for the continued support of the channel. You make these kind of shows possible for the rest of the community. You guys take care, have a good one, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.